I received a question today from a Parent Plus loan borrower who qualifies for public service loan forgiveness, who's concerned because of the changes, because of the passing of the One Big Beautiful Bill Act. There are changes that are coming in 2026 for Parent Plus loan borrowers who do not have consolidated loans, and what that means for them and how they'll be able to access the repayment system and repayment plans. So, one thing or one way that you can tell if you have consolidated loans for Parent Plus is the type of repayment plan that you are currently enrolled in. So if you are a Parent Plus loan borrower and you are currently enrolled in income contingent repayment, that means that you already have those direct consolidated loans because that's how you access the income contingent repayment plan. Now, some of you were able to access, or some of you were able to take advantage of the double consolidation loophole that will prior to it expiring. Which means that you may even be enrolled in the SAVE plan. If you are in the SAVE plan, that means that you've completed that direct consolidation process because you're in the SAVE plan. You haven't been making any payments because you're in administrative forbearance, but you know that the loans, you have the right type of loans that allowed you to access the SAVE plan. The most for sure way to make sure that your loans are the right types, because when it comes to Parent Plus loans, for some Parent Plus loan borrowers, not only have you taken out loans for your child, you also have loans for yourself. And one thing that you don't want to do in this confusion is to go in and start consolidating things, and you consolidate your Parent Plus loans with your own actual loans. So the best thing to do is to log into your student aid account. So log into studentaid.gov. When you get to your dashboard, just click on my loans, and that way you're able to see all of your loans, the breakdown of your loans, to see if those loans have that direct consolidation listed beside them. So that way you know for sure, so you're not just out here blindly consolidating things and potentially risk losing access for your own loans to repayment plans that you would have had if you had not did that consolidation into your Parent Plus loan. So just make sure that you're double checking that way. Also, if you are a Parent Plus loan borrower and you have not consolidated your loans and you qualify for public service loan forgiveness, you know that you have to be in a qualifying repayment plan in order for you to get those credits. And that consolidation has to be done prior to July 1st, 2026. Actually, it needs to be done a lot sooner than that. With the climate of things, I usually wouldn't even be talking about doing a consolidation, but we know for the purposes of public service loan forgiveness, this is a multi-part program. So not only do we have to have the right type of loans, but we need the right type of loans to access the right qualifying repayment plan. And the only way for you as a Parent Plus loan borrower to access the qualifying repayment plan that's necessary for public service loan forgiveness is through that consolidation, so that way we can get the right type of loans. So we know we have the right employer, we just got to get the right type of loans to get to the right type or qualifying repayment plan. And what the Department of Education has issued is guidance. So if you are someone that has not consolidated the loans, that it has to be done at least 3 months prior to that 1st of July 2026 date in order for you to access income contingent repayment or the income-based repayment plan. Now, income contingent repayment eventually is going to be phased out. That is scheduled to be phased out by the 1st of July 2028. But you are still technically able to enroll in that plan once the consolidation is complete. Another thing to know, when you consolidate, you're opening up a new loan. So you run the risk with this consolidation losing all of the payments that you made on that Parent Plus loan prior to the consolidation. So just make sure that we're weighing all of our options here and where you stand in your repayment journey, so you make the best decision prior to you doing this consolidation. But just